Rob with Inyo Pools. Today we're out here to install a Pureline EasyFit variable speed pump. We're replacing an older Pureline Prime VS, which had a square lid. The EasyFit 165 is a drop-in replacement for the older Prime that has a square lid. Or if you have a Hayward Super Pump, drop-in replacement. This is also available in a 2.7 to 3 horsepower version. Those are drop-in replacements for the Pentair WhisperFlo and IntelliFlo models. With that said, let's get started. Alright, the first thing you want to do is make sure the power is off at the breaker. Alright, then we're going to bleed the air from the system, which will drain all the lines of water. Alright, we're going to loosen the union nuts so we can free the pump of the plumbing. And we're using a strap wrench to loosen these unions. Alright, and then we're going to start removing the wires from the back end of the motor. So on this particular motor, we have to undo the top here to get access to the wires. Alright, then you'll want to go ahead and undo the conduit adapter because we'll reuse that on the new motor. Alright, next we're going to remove these union adapters because we're going to thread these into the new pump. Alright, there's O-rings on these union adapters, and while we've got it undone, we're going to go ahead and put some lubricant on it, and then we'll thread these back into place. And we're just using the strap wrench again to tighten it. Just enough to make it snug. You don't want to over tighten it too much and crack the pump housing. Alright, then we're going to start to wire up the new motor. We're going to remove the cover from the top. There's 4 screws that secure the top cover. Alright, and then we're going to unplug that cable, and so you can move the cover completely away, make it easier to wire. Then we're going to remove that plug there so we can thread in our conduit adapter. Alright, then we're going to pull our lines through here in the back. Alright, now we're going to start connecting the wires to a terminal here. We got this is for 230 on this particular installation. So we have 2 hot lines, the red and the black, and then you have 2 lines here, L1 and L2. It doesn't matter which one goes to which, just put one on L1, the other on L2, and the ground will go to that green screw. If you're wiring it for 115, you'll have a hot line and a neutral line. The hot line will go to L1, and the neutral line will go to L2, and then again the green would go to the ground screw. Alright, so we have it wired up here. Again, this is for 230, but we've got our 2 hot lines, one going to L1, the other one to L2, and the green to the ground screw there. Again, if you were wiring this up for 115, you'd have your hot line going to L1, your neutral to L2, and then the green line to the green screw there. All right, so we're gonna plug the cable back in from the cover, get the cover back in place, and then we'll retighten those screws. All right, then what we're gonna do is reconnect our bonding wire. And we've reconnected the bonding wire there. All right, so we've added water to the trap there to get it to help prime it. And then what we'll do is we'll turn on the breaker and then turn the power onto the pump and get her going. All right, so we've got the new Pureline EasyFit installed. Now, since we were doing an easy swap out with an old school Pureline Prime with the square lid, if you have a Super Pump or a Pentair WhisperFlo, I mean, this installation is only going to take you about 10 to 15 minutes. If you have to do some plumbing, if you have a different pump and you got to replumb a little bit, maybe add an extra half an hour, but still a very easy pump to install. We've actually got it on and running right now on a low RPM, and you can barely hear it. So it's a great quality pump. It has a built-in automation adapter, so it's going to communicate with your Hayward, your Pentair, your Jandy automation system. So it's a great pump. If you have any questions on this or anything pool spa related, visit us over at InyoPools.com. Thanks for watching.